This video is a follow-up video. If you haven't seen the first one explaining the situation in great detail, I would highly recommend you go watch that first. Click the link in the top right, watch that, and then come back here. I'll be waiting. Alright, so someone at 4A Games did the worst possible thing in this situation. Say some really dumb stuff on the internet that is going to be taken as their entire studio saying something, when in all reality it was one angry person saying something angry in Russian on a Russian forum. This actually makes me a little bit annoyed too, because people don't really do research, they just see one developer said something and the whole studio must be behind this one thing said by this one person that wasn't an official statement. What do I mean? Well, one of the 4A Games developers, just one, posted something on a Russian forum. He goes by the name of Skynet there, or Skynet. Not sure if that's supposed to be a hard or a soft C, not important. What he posted on this forum was sort of angry rambling, as if he convinced himself what he's saying is actually true. But I really want to clarify, this is not an official statement made by 4A Games. This is one of the developers saying something stupid on a Russian forum in Russian. So this is run through Google Translate and it's not translated the best, but the whole tone is the same throughout the entire post. I'm going to give you the too long didn't read version. I'm not cherry picking or trying to change what he's saying into something else. There's only really one takeaway away from what he's saying here. The reaction of a certain category of players, only torrents and all that, is hardly adequate. It seems that people did not want to play, just waited for a reason to pour out their bile. It turns out that we, the developers, have been working long, hard, painful years to try to do something special, but a certain category of players believes our work is not even worth a couple of minutes to install the launcher. Naturally, it is their life and their right, but then what do they care about Metro? Obviously, it is not interesting to them. I can only say they were not our players either. They are not interested in our work, which means that, for example, the opinion of such people is not interesting to me either. What is the point for me personally to listen to their opinion? If all PC players announce boycott of Metro, then the next Metro definitely does not come out on PC. Better or worse, decide for yourself. I firmly know that almost everyone who pours this dirt on the net is also incapable of a bit of what we have done and hopefully do more. And that means they have no idea what they are talking about. I changed words a little bit because Google Translate is not the best and that didn't come out in perfect English, but what I said is what you're seeing in front of you. There's a lot to dissect here. For starters, he's somehow convinced himself that everyone's saying they're boycotting the game and they're going to pirate it, were originally just going to pirate it and never buy it. Anyone that uses Steam will tell you this is laughably wrong. Piracy used to be very popular until Steam just became too convenient to bother with pirating things. If you make it easy to buy your product, I am not going out of my way to pirate your game. I am going to support the developers and have something in a nice, neat, easy-to-use library. The Epic Launcher is the complete opposite of convenient, and it is also very shady, something I don't want on my computer, so piracy is easier than using the Epic Launcher. He also thinks that people pirating their games don't care about Metro, but if they didn't care about Metro, they wouldn't even bother pirating it to begin with. He goes on to say that if all PC gamers boycotted Metro, they wouldn't put it on PC anymore. So you're telling me the response of making less money on PC is to make no money on PC? Seems reasonable. We all know this is something that would absolutely never happen, as Metro has always been a PC franchise first and then ported the console later. Metro is a benchmark game, and I don't see that ever changing. That's like saying if there was a Crysis sequel, it wouldn't be on PC. Just not gonna happen. Especially with how massive the PC market is. I know console gamers like to think that PC gaming doesn't matter, but in all reality, that's a huge part of your market. A lot of the stats don't tell the truth because a lot of stats don't include digital distribution, which is the primary way PC gamers get their games. Physical media for PC gaming is almost non-existent. In fact, most PC gamers don't even have an optical drive anymore. It's just outdated. I could really tear this apart, but ultimately I don't want to. I love 4A Games and I love the games they have made. This, however, is something that someone should not have done. The main takeaway from this is that this is one developer, one out of the entire studio, saying something on a forum. This is not an official statement made by 4A Games. And I completely understand where he's coming from, I just don't agree with what he's saying. This is someone that has been putting hundreds of hours of hard work, years and years of work, into this passion project that he loves, just to have the whole world turning against it because of a dumb decision made by his publisher. But the part I don't agree with is the fact that he's turning against his fans, not his publisher. Don't blame your players for a dumb decision your publisher is making. That is not going to work out for you in any way whatsoever. In fact, say nothing, because you saying anything is going to be taken as, look what 4A Games said, they hate us. It doesn't matter that you're one person that's angry, people are not going to rationalize your one person statement. They're going to see you and just see you as the entire studio. That's business and marketing 101. Saying nothing is often the smartest thing. This is by far not the first time this has happened either. One person gets upset, says something somewhere, and that spreads on the internet very quickly. Remember the Battlefield 5 situation where one person said something about if you don't like it, don't buy it, and now suddenly all of DICE is terrible? Yeah, that's the same situation. But in reply to all of this, Metro Exodus' official Twitter tweeted something out. The recent decision to move Metro Exodus from Steam to the Epic Games Store was made by Koch Media and Deep Silver alone. The recent comments made by a member of the 4A Games development team do not reflect Deep Silver's or 4A Games' view on the future of the franchise. They do reflect the hurt and disappointment of a passionate individual who has seen what was previously nothing but a positive goodwill towards his work turn controversy due to a business decision he had no control over. We respectfully ask that any and all valid feedback over this decision is directed at Koch Media and Deep Silver, not the developers at 4A Games. The future release strategy of the Metro series lies with Koch Media and Deep Silver. Our decision to partner with Epic Games was based on the goal of investing in the future of the series and our development partner at 4A Games. We have every intention of continuing this franchise, and PC version will always be at the heart of our plans. Now, I want to stress this was not something posted by 4A Games. In this post, it's made pretty clear that Deep Silver is saying this, not 4A. But that doesn't actually change anything. This post confirms everything I just said. The very first sentence confirms that Deep Silver made this decision, not 4A Games, and 4A Games is just here for the ride, kinda getting fucked over. And in the next paragraph, it confirms that it's one angry person saying stupid things on the internet, not an official statement by the entire development studio. I'm sure even within 4A Games there's a lot of argument over this and they don't agree. And in the end, Deep Silver makes a common sense statement saying what platforms Metro is going to be posted on is up to us, not 4A Games. They are the publishers, so that is ultimately their choice. Like I said, this whole thing has kind of made me a little bit annoyed because it ultimately changed nothing, and I'm tired of seeing people saying, well, 4A Games hate PC gamers now, they all are against us, when this really is not true at all. Again, your anger should be directed at both Epic Games and Deep Silver for allowing this to happen. 4A Games is just trying to make a game they absolutely love, and I completely understand their frustration. But at the same time, if you're that one guy going to that Russian forum, don't be an idiot. No matter what you want to say, you can't say this. You're making the situation so much worse for not only yourself, but all of your coworkers. This whole situation sucks. I love the Metro franchise, and I don't have a whole lot more to say. I guess I'll do my own shameless plug. I am going to be streaming Metro Exodus regardless. I had it pre-ordered on Steam anyway, so I kind of avoided Epic Store in general. If you're curious about the game but you don't want to buy it, you can check out my Twitch, twitch.tv/Jarek4GameandDragon, and watch the game there. And let's try to link this video around so people will stop spamming the same shit of 4A Games hating PC gamers now. Let's try to get 10,000 views on the first day, 20,000 views on the second day, and see where it goes from there. But I really want people to know what's actually happening. YouTube algorithm helps, so leaving a comment, liking, favoriting, sharing, doing all that stuff will get it more into YouTube's algorithm, and more people see it, more people will know. But thank all of you for watching this unfold. I don't really want to be the person reporting all this, but I guess I am. I will see you next video.